All right, y'all, I'm gonna make a quick video. It's like the 12th of June or so, and it's been crazy rainy these past like 2 days. It's been raining nonstop. And while I have the chance, while the rain is chilled out for right now, kind of want to go and show. This is my first time walking through the food forest after all the rain. I'm not sure how much rain, whatever the numbers are, but I just wanted to show kind of how the food forest reacts to being so dry for so long and then out of nowhere getting a bunch of rain. This is very typical of our climate. It's kind of a monsoon type of climate here in Southwest Florida. So we can go many months without any rain and then out of nowhere just get dumped on. And it's just variable for how long. And it's been, whoa, pretty deep. Yeah, it's been definitely many hours, consecutive hours. But yeah, this, you can see here, you know, the planting spaces are all mulched up and up off the ground, and there's so many little dips and pathways and holes everywhere. Like this is a compost hole here where the water's collected, and you can see here where the actual planting area is, where I mulched up super heavily and have so much vegetation. You know, it's saturated, but it's not wet, like you can see there. The birds are definitely loving the fact that all the bugs are going to the surface to escape the water. It's been kind of cool to see them, especially the brown thrashers. So yeah, here in the area where there is no planting, it's more of a walkway. This is the area where the water kind of goes to. So I'm curious, this is my first time walking, so I'm curious to see what's going to go on over there, because there's a house right there, and obviously all the water that sheds off the house and the concrete driveway ends up on my property. So curious to see. We had a similar event like this when I first got here in 2021, or maybe I forget exactly. Could have been June 2022 actually is what it was. And this whole area got flooded because I think of the house that's right next to it, and we're looking pretty good so far. It looks like we do have a little bit of a puddle here, but thankfully it's in the walkway. Actually, we do have a bit of standing water in the actual bed itself, and very similar to that last event that I was telling y'all about. Yeah, this area definitely got, and I remember I mulched heavily this area because of that observation. Got turmerics popping up, so definitely needed this. Definitely needed this water for sure. I am not complaining. Some things might get knocked back. Last time we had that water event, the Mexican sunflowers just all died. They will reset themselves. They got too waterlogged. So now we're coming in to the low spot. This has always been the low spot on the food forest. So here we go. Let's see how deep we're at here. To my ankle kind of. So definitely deep. But really cool to see that it's only in the walking ways. Okay, got a little bit of water in there. Sometimes I use these boots a lot, and sometimes it never gets like this. I mean, it hardly ever gets like this. So sometimes I don't know if I have some wear and tear in these boots. I just felt a little bit of moisture seep in a little bit. Okay, so definitely deep there. That's why I put bananas. I focused a lot on bananas in this little midsection because I knew it got low. Help soak up some of that water and be able to tolerate it. But yeah, it looks like the actual planting areas are fine. Like I said, definitely moist and saturated, but not a swamp. So we'll see what happens when there is no vegetation. My neighbors cleared their lot like 2 years ago. So you can clearly see what happens when you do that. Okay, I can't really zoom. I don't know why. I think it's wet. So we got some flooding over there. And then my property, tons of vegetation. We'll see. I'm super excited because we've had a overall dry, like past year and a half or so. And our sinkhole in the back, or whatever it is back there, little pond, must have been where they dug out material to make the house or whatever. It hasn't been filled in quite a while. the first year that I was here, when we had a good amount of rain in the summer, it was filled, and the black-bellied whistling ducks were present, and they kind of chose this back area to live for the summer. So we'll see if it's filled again. So this is a new area I was working on. I just planted these cassavas this morning, and now I'm seeing that this area is definitely prone to some standing water. So these cassavas might they might reset themselves, they might die, but it's all good. I did plant some jack bean seeds in here, so I'm sure this water will leave by the time they germinate. But you can see just that little bit of difference. Here's a little higher up, and the water shed off and went over here instead. Cool to see. I'm always super stoked to witness where the water ends up after a good rain. So definitely moist over here. Okay, as to be expected. Like I said, a lot of concrete, so that doesn't permeate through. It sheds off and comes right to me. Same with the roof over there of that house. So, and you know, construction, water takes the path of least resistance. You can see we definitely have been having a lot of rain. I should tip that over actually for the skeeters. Okay. Oh, I forgot there's like, whatever, I'll do that later. Okay, let's see the back area. And I guess this will be an update to this back area, because I haven't made a video in this sort of back area since I've opened up this new trail off to the right side, which is the west side. Okay, looks like I'll go around here. Oh my goodness. This thing has been dry for so long, and now it's finally filled up again. I've been waiting so long to see this thing filled up again. I can hear the frogs already going crazy. This is awesome. Oof, yeah. Nice, look at that. Super cool. A lot of skeeters for sure, but that's Florida. Wow. This was once a cypress dome almost, but unfortunately they all got cleared. I think that's illegal, but it still happened. The past owners that were here, they contracted some guy to come do some work, and I think he did a little extra work, thinking that he was like helping my aunt who owned this property before. But yeah, definitely did a little too much and cleared all the cypresses. I think that's a black racer trying to stay out of the rain right there. Oh, he saw me first, disappeared. Got a nice water oak over there. Loving the water for sure. So yeah, in its place, the earleaf acacias all came up, and they're kind of doing this function that the cypresses were doing. Oh, this is so cool to see. I've been waiting to see this filled up, and it's so nice to have a trail that's not flooded all the way. So again, the concrete pavement runs all the way down here. And let me get a little close up on this water shot. So I've been doing some managing back here, just opening up trails and depositing organic matter on the banks of this little pond, trying to reinforce the edges, as you can see here. And you can see it definitely kind of worked. You see the water, instead of just gushing. So here you can see kind of a low spot on his property. So the water, thankfully we have this sort of mound here of biomass that the earleaf acacia has deposited over the years. Kind of helps break up some of that water coming into my property. But this, I worked really hard on this bund, I guess, is just a biomass sort of deposition right here. And it totally made a difference. There was tiny little gullies. They weren't super apparent, but for Florida standards, it was, you know, a place where water went to go to the lowest point. Not quite like a crazy gully like you would see in places with slopes. But really cool to see that it kind of made a bank and the water didn't just erode down. Really, really awesome to see that. I am getting bit up by mosquitoes, but it's worth it. I've been dying to see it back here. That's so cool. And yeah, that's kind of it. The frogs are going crazy. Now let's see what happened when you just completely take out every piece of vegetation of your property and see what happens to the water. See, there is no buffer. You see how exactly right where my property line ends, it goes straight to water. There is no buffer, there is no leaf litter, there is no organic matter that'll soak it, there is no tree roots that'll hold the soil from eroding. So really cool to see the difference. Really, really cool. Really, really nice to see the little pond here finally filled up, and nice to see that the bank is actually working and I'm able to walk around it all. And I'm curious to check this spot out, because this neighbor back here kind of has his or her property cleared, but it seems to be a little bit more of a upland pine savanna type of thing. So yeah, you can just see all this organic material. Sure, it's definitely moist, but just all those years of organic matter buildup do a lot to kind of help soak that water in. Yeah, definitely not much flooding here, because like I said, it's definitely high and dry up here. So we do got a little bit of a pool right here, but that's about it. Wow, must be nice. But honestly, I really do love I love having a pond, a body of water. It's super cool, especially when it's not your entire backyard like some people might have here in Florida, unfortunately. Yeah, definitely a lot here. Super cool to see this bund actually work. Just naturally deposited over the years, kind of help the water trickle to because I think I'm still technically lower in some sense, at least the sinkhole is, but yeah, there's a lot of like filtration that will happen before it reaches to mine, or it gets there slowly. So yeah, super excited. I'm sure these logs here will help with like some breeding spots for amphibians or whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's what's been happening. I haven't been doing much of anything these past 2 days. I've kind of just been inside. Wow, super cool. Can't wait to do more work back here. I'm really a big passion of mine is doing like riparian work improvement, and this little sinkhole pond thing is the project that I've been working on here at my property. And I don't know, I think I've seen just being able to access it and see it is really cool. I'm sure that the biomass accumulation is helping, but more than anything, it would be a many-year process to see like full and actual results. See if the black-bellied whistling ducks use this more as for habitat. See if I see more native frog species. Yeah, I would have to spend a little bit more time back here after doing some more managing to kind of see the full results of it. But it's a win for me to be able to walk around my entire property and not be underwater. So I do love that part. Cool. Well, that's it. I guess I'll keep filming and walk back. So definitely a lower spot there. Might do some more biomass building there. Kind of helps soak in, but not bad. See, the key is that it's little channels, mini canals. I'm trying to replicate what developers did here so that we can live here, which is a lot of canals kind of connecting to each other, so that there's islands in between where you can live like a human, a terrestrial human. So that's kind of the idea, kind of a chinampa style. I'm always so interested in doing more chinampa style floating gardens kind of thing, and this is definitely seeing some results. Nice, this is so cool. Okay, got us a little bit more flooding here, but like I said, it's only in the spots where there's not really many plants of interest. Just cool. I think the next step is to see what actually dies back, because things are prone to dying back in this sort of weather. Like I wonder if this sort of squash here will die back. All right, I didn't check over here. Same deal. Looks like the walkway got most of the damage. Looks like the actual planting is spared the worst of it. I do a lot of biomass accumulation here just because I'm always cleaning the fence line up. So I'm sure that's helping catch some of that water as it trickles in. But yeah, I'm back on dryness again. So really, really cool to see that it's just little pockets. And really cool to see the results over the years, the progress of all the biomass accumulation, how that really is working to help soak everything up. Cool. Well, I guess I'll call it. Super stoked to finally get some rains after a while. Super happy that that most of the planting areas aren't under. As you can see here, super stark difference. That's ground and this is water. So that's all I could hope for. Just really nice to see it. Just canals pretty much around the planting islands. Sweet. I could go up front too, but my ditch seems to be a little lower than the rest of the ditches, and I think it has to do with the water getting absorbed by I have like a hedge up front that kind of helps catch some of the water. But that's it. Kind of a long video, but this is my first time checking out the scene post rain, so yeah, peace.